Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's an update day, and it's starting with something a little different. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Whether we're riding the bus through a forest or navigating the bus boat over a vast lake, our daily routine changes very little. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you all will be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. The usual hubbub, followed by the usual leisurely idleness. I guess I'm not the only one starting to enjoy these normal, routine days. It wasn't by our choice, though. By now, I thought we'd all be sailing vigorously across the waters towards the Lob Corp branch located somewhere within U Corp. But here we are, unable to leave the coastal side of the Great Lake, dawdling and twiddling our thumbs. Well, it's not like there's been an accident. While Faust didn't elaborate, he explained that we had to wait for now. If I were to hazard a guess, we are waiting here to complete some kind of an entry procedure, like we did at K-Corp. Either that, or we're waiting for someone, probably the before team, to get in touch with us. Which brings us here, surrounded by nothing but endless water. The sinners chattered about inane subjects before complaining about this immense boredom. But deep down, we were all exhausted from the unending onslaught of physically and emotionally draining happenings. Deep down, we all knew these leisurely days would not last. So we each elected to enjoy this brief maritime respite in our own ways. If thou needest mine assistance, as I have repeatedly made myself clear, I am quite alright. Thy countenance, returning the contents within thy stomach to the lake with such vigor, saith otherwise. Oh, he's both sick, so sad. Except for Yisong, who had a surprisingly low tolerance for seasickness. This voyage was proving to be rather uneventful. Yisong, the day's over. You can go back to your room now. Oh, shall I finally be freed from this suffering? Seriously, I told you that you could rest in your room if you wanted. Our fellows must also have their share of suffering. I cannot, in good faith, seek comfort only for myself. You're the one with the biggest share of suffering right now. While I wish that he'd be more reasonable with himself, I could see where he was coming from. I thought better of it than to try and convince him otherwise. I instead chose to help Yisung to his room. I thank you, Dante. Then, until later. I waved at him and watched until he stumbled into his room and closed the door behind him. Then I shall seek myself respite as well, Manager Squire. Yeah, rest well. Don Quixote walked into the same door that Yisong had walked into. I could get a blurry glimpse into her room over her shoulder. Couldn't get a good look at it, but it was certainly not the same room Yisong had walked into. I see these doors every day, but I still don't get it. I should probably be used to this by now, but it's still pretty fascinating how the rooms changed based on who opened the doors. I turned, leaving their shut door behind, ready to return to my room. There's a door immediately to the right side of that demarcation of the corridor we're not allowed to cross. Within that door is a space, somewhat different from the sinners' rooms. And there were the wooden door to my room, and the metal door leading into the mirror dungeons. The doors leading to the Luxcavation dungeons and the recently opened door to the refraction railway also come into view. Alright. That's silly. No new doors. Yet. For no reason particular, I creak those doors open and take a quick peek inside to see if anything changed. Well, I've never actually managed to catch any changes myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll notice something worth keeping to myself. Which I should probably report to Faust. That's very silly. More stuff about, the actual stuff going on with the game is actually physically present in the bus. Something must have caught wind of my rather mischievous thought. An ear-splitting siren blares all the way from here to the other end of the bus. Blimey, what the hell is... Oh boy, this again? M.E. Killed the volume. I spun around to face the other side of the corridor. The sinners, alarmed by the noise, were one by one peeking out of their rooms. They were used to this siren by now, but that didn't change the unpleasant fact that their sweet private hours were disturbed. Well met, Dante. Let us observe this disturbance together. Okay. I accompanied Faust to the helm. She fiddled with a few buttons and shut off the alarm. Incomprehensible, complicated-looking letters began to fill the round screen. Is that a new room? Even Faust needs a moment to decipher. Right. Is this gonna be the, Walpurgis Night stuff? If it was gonna be a new room? Maybe. The siren always comes without warning. And with it appeared the mirror dungeons, the Luxcavation dungeons, and the refraction railways. I don't know if it's relevant, but I didn't see anything that would indicate activity when I checked the railway door earlier. It's unlikely that anything new would appear from that entrance. I find it difficult to believe that the next line would arrive so soon when the glow of the door leading to line 2 has yet to go out. I guess you're right. The first railway really took me by surprise when it appeared. A new door appeared before us, its edges shimmering with a blue glow, and when we entered it, a mysterious vehicle was just sitting there, waiting for us. Ooh, that's cool. So the subway then. But why am I being surprised by that? It's really obviously a subway, because it's based off of the subway system in Korea. I'm pretty sure they actually, like, the actual, like, different shapes and sizes of the first two refraction railways have correlated with, actual subway lines in their relevant colors. Its appearance somewhat resembled that of Mephistopheles, but it was also painfully clear that I'd never seen anything like it before. An odd feeling. I see that your first encounter with the train has left a strong impression, Dante. Well, I recall that you had a rather violent reaction when I entered the train to observe its interiors. Come on, I wasn't the only one that freaked out. Everyone did. What if that thing left the station before the rest of us got on? Was what I wanted to say if Faust hadn't already turned around from the screen, to which her eyes had been metaphorically glued for a while, and walked away. This wasn't it, then? No, this particular volatility is not something we can utilize. Right, I thought it was an awkward time for a new door to appear. Too soon. The dungeons and the railways appeared at awkward times as well, Dante. I recommend that you refrain from settling into a premature conclusion. A new variable may present itself at any moment. Moreover, if this volatility has triggered an alarm in Mephistopheles' engine, then it naturally follows that a new door has appeared at an indeterminate location down the corridor. This may reveal a space from which one could never return. It is best that we keep track of these incidents. Even Heathcliff won't do anything like that again. Probably. As for my last advice to you, a premature conclusion is... Regardless, no serious issues have been detected at the moment. It would be most apt that we enjoy a remaining rest period. Now, if you'll excuse me, rest well, Dante. Next week we're probably going to get the door for Walpurgis Nights, something like that, some sort of special door, because there's going to be another cutscene like this next week. Those as her parting words, Faust disappeared into her room in her usual manner. Left alone again, on this boat, I looked at the numerous letters displayed on the screen. Numbers, unintelligible letters, drawings and symbols depicting something. I had to shake my clock head after staring at that dizzying sight for a while. I wonder if this is how Yi-san felt earlier. I'm starting to feel nauseous. I was barely able to hold back the vertigo from settling in. Time to saunter back to my room. Let's turn in early tonight. Alright, interesting stuff. We got some doors for the stuff that, doesn't really matter. That's always a little silly. We got our modules. I haven't done my dailies yet, that's why that's thing. 300 lunacy, of course. And this is just going to be saying, update, I think. Yeah. Well, does that show up in the theater? I wonder. If we go to, the end of this, will it show up? Nope. Because the other one didn't too, right? There's no way, actually review these kind of things? Probably not. Oh well, that's fine. Well, welcome back to Daily Mirror Dungeon proper. There is not a plan for today's run. I have not thought about this beforehand at all, and I don't know if there's anything I can tie into this. I think it's about time we did something that, makes a lot of sense to do. It's gonna be painful, don't get me wrong. think it's about time we try to do this in base centers. Now, will this go well? I really don't know, and I don't think so. But, it's worth a shot, I'd say. I guess I did something base center related recent-ishly. Oh, we definitely need to go for the cheaper egos. There's no way we're taking soda for that. But that was also the one where I was distracted by the Roland delusions. If you haven't voted for me for, #1 Roland fan, if that's in the comments still. And Basu, Yasunyada, ADD. Basu, Capote, Art of Blossom Star, and then Basu, Ebony Stem Sun Shower. Alright, there we go. We should be good with this. And we're just going to see how well this goes. I know this is going to be very questionable. We don't have a lot of people that are actually going to win these clashes, so... You know, if we fail quickly here, that's probably fine. We can get better. You're going to win clashes. You might want to be, like, higher up. Because you actually have, like, some decent, like, single coins. Stuff like Shield Bash. So you can win clashes once you get higher sanity. So we'll have you, like, a little bit higher up in the list. That should work. And as far as the other people we add, we'll probably add, like... Dawn... Sinclair? Maybe also, like, Rodion Gregor if need be. I think that's, like, the general order we want to follow. Not a great start. Might want Faust just for our egos. Stuff like this. New first target, yeah, that's awful. We kind of need to force the flames immediately, I think. We're going to try winning some clashes immediately. We start with some things, so we want to use egos soon. The thing about saying egos is they pay for themselves always. Because as long as we clash with them, we gain 10 sanity, we lose 10 sanity. We gain a little more than 10 sanity, really, depending on how many clashes we do with the ego. So it's worth doing. Okay, that's unfortunate. I knew that was a possibility, though, so... Once again, I don't know if there's a better strategy I should be doing for this. There might be. Unopposed, that's good at least. But that's not good. Really not good. We're losing these clashes, and there's not really much we can do about that. We can keep on using egos. We can use a Dimension Shredder. That is not our best option. Not in the slightest. Jeez. We're just gonna have to roll with it, I think. Oh, if we get Entertainment, does it heal your sanity right now? The X6 SP next turn. It's actually probably worth it, all things considered, just so that his sanity's a little higher, he might do better in the future. And there's always a chance we win these unfavored flashes. Not looking great, though. And we're gonna take a fair bit of damage from that. Yeah, we just need good ego. If you give us, like, Thrill or something, then, like, I think we should just win. Your sanity's not great. You can snag Harpoon one of them. Then you'll clash against the guy in the back, so if we want to do that, we should probably do that first. Yeah, I'll do it. That doesn't clash, actually, because it's going for a defensive. Which kind of ruins the entire point of using it. That's not good. What do we do? Loggerhead, Slide. Slide is slightly better. We do have a chance, theoretically, of winning these. The enemy just needs to get a tails and we need to get a heads. And we're just kind of feeding into their actual... yeah, this is not a good start already. So many bad clashes going on. We are not able to build up sanity yet. Okay, oh, that's good. That Otis getting high sanity is going to be really good for us. 30 SP? Yeah, that's nice. Unfortunately, a lot of our other people are losing their clashes. Yeah, you're staggered. That's not great. We'll be able to redirect everything, so you're not going to die, but... Not going to be doing great either. That's not enough. Okay, we try this. That's a little scary. We might ADD that. It'll be all for his sanity if he does that, though. I think we kind of want to build up Yasunyata. We need one Lust this turn if we want that. We don't have a way to get Lust right now, though, because our only way to get Lust is your skill 2 and you're staggered. Well, we roll with this and hope it's good enough, maybe? Ooh, we could... Land of Illusion. Land of Illusion is actually probably good for us. That's a mass attack, after all. Could do something. Especially because it'll... It's net neutral on sanity for Honglu. He'll spend 15, gain 15, and plus he gains what he used for the clash. So he's... Yeah, he's gonna gain from it overall. Oh, that's good. That guy got staggered. I think that was the one Honglu already clashed against, so it's not like the most important stagger. Yeah, seems like it. Ishmael's dead. Otis is dead. Alright, this is already not going well. I think we need to start with a slash weak fight. Let me leave this. A forfeit. I could just redo the fight, but then I'd feel like I'm cheating. My own weird, like, personal views on that kind of thing. I mean, it's perfectly fine if you... I don't blame you if you do. But we gotta try that again. I do think that was the best team, though. I think we just maybe want Faust for her ego. As even if she's not like that great of a unit for us, she'll be really good. We'll do this. And you know, it might work out. We'll get our we'll get flu attack, we have representation emitter. You can get your red eyes. What's cheaper? Fourth match flame is 6, red eyes open is 7, and we'll take fourth match flame then. That's fine. That's gonna be the main focus of this run. Ego that we can actually like decently afford. Like this one costs 7 for a test. This one's 6. We'll go for Rose Desire, as much as that's, you know, usually the one I wouldn't go for. And Yasunyana's better here because that's also sanity gain. And Ebony Stem's better here because... I mean, Sunshine's better here because Yasunyana's just straight up a higher cost into Pathos Mathos. So it's not really worth running for our purpose. And we're going to try this again. We're not going for Blunt Weak Fight if we have the option. Okay, that's good. Top option, perfect. Flash Weak means it'll be like Kanto 2 people, which is a lot more dealable. And I'll probably do like a similar-ish turn order. You're going last, though. That's the one thing I'm going to make sure I do. Because default Faust is awful. We're just running her for egos, that's it. Got no other value for us. Oh, we've got... Do we only have a single Gloom? Oh, that's not good. We kind of needed Ishmael. We're not going to be able to fund Fluid Sack at all. We can fund Representation Emitter, though. And I think we're going to immediately go for that. Oh, no, we can immediately go for you. Ooh, 25% crow chance is a little scary, but I think it should be fine. But this way, we're all going to get our sanity up super fast. But this is like, what? 16 sanity for the other 4 people in this party? In this party, yeah. I mean, that is the correct word, I guess. Just a silly one. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you lose your clash, despite, you know, having not the worst chances. At least you stopped one of the coins from going through. A kill already. Yeah, this is already looking like a much better start. It's all going to be about managing our resources. It's really all there is to it, I think. Some of those... Yeah, that's looking great. Yeah. And we avoid blunt weak fights like the plague, because those are the scary ones. Because that's either K-Corp, or it's M-Corp. While Slash weak ones are Kanto 1 enemies or Kanto 2 enemies. I wonder which one's better. Yeah, something else I want to mention now is the fact that the next 3 days after this worth of Daily Mirror Dungeon have been pre-recorded, and they're going to be pre-recorded because by the time this video goes out, I'm going to be gone, and I'm going to be roughly in the middle of the nowhere visiting family, and therefore I'm going to have no Wi-Fi. I mean, I'll have cell service, but I can't actually, like, play the game, so, I just pre-recorded a couple episodes. It'll be back to normal on Monday. All will be good by then. Hopefully. Alright, there we go. That was much better. We get an event here. We sample the green substance, absolutely. You're guaranteed, that's good. Any Mirror Dungeon 1 Abno is super easy to get past the check on. It's always like a 7. Like defense level down with Pierce stuff is very good for us. Ooh, this could be good for us if we keep Ryoshu alive. Take our head, we gotta pass the check, which is guaranteed with someone probably. Who's the best chance? You need 1 out of 2. Okay, you're the best chance. Now, whenever we use a Lost Ego gift, we'll gain a bunch of resources. Take the Slash Weak fight. We've actually got a fair bit of loss. What was I saying? I think I was saying Ryoshi is our only source of lust, which is, like, factually wrong in such, like, an insane way.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는
Alright.
거 사줄게. 물론
Thank you, guys. That match isn't great. You could defend. You could counter. How much damage have you taken from this? You're neutral. Heal SP for that guy. That's not great. We want to ego with you, though. Probably, honestly. What is it? 2 of that, 2 of that. No, we want to save it. We'll counter. He'll take some damage, but that's fine. He can take a little bit of damage. We'll heal up with our Starlight reward, just naturally.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
아름답진 않아. 완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
탱고도. 아, 옛날 버릇. 적사살.
Alright. We're gonna go with Splatter here because it's good to go get some lust going. That's a neutral. You're neutral-ish to the damage type though, so that's fine. Okay.
당연한 결과죠.
다소 유리하구려.
That could be a lot of damage. We will force for the flames that. It'll mean a lust attack, which is actually really good for us. So it means we'll be able to trigger the effects of a what's-its-face. And just get more resources. Like, if we wanted to, we could farm an early person just for more resources. Oh, as it turns out, we didn't need force for the flames. That's fine. It's still lust resource. It'll make it so we trigger coffee and grains. It'll be overall pretty beneficial, I'd say. There we go. Now we get to fight the boss of the first floor. 22 minutes into the episode. Most of that's from the actual, like, story segment we got, though. It's dogs. Okay. We've got a lot of cost already, too. 370 is very nice going into this first shop. Because of the fact we didn't get any 3 stars. We can't exactly use them this run. Because, believe it or not, 3 stars aren't 1 stars. Okay, we're gonna go all in on the top guy. And we're clashing the bottom one a little bit. Like a Thrilling Stab, is that the best choice? Probably, honestly. It's a pretty weak attack. It's just Faust, who's, you know, not, like, great for damage output. I guess she's got debuffs. I probably should have looked at what debuff she was inflicting. Well, that's fine. She wins. And she does 2 instincts worth of damage, that's fine. Oh, it is Piercing Gluttony, though. So, you know, it's triggering Sticky Moth. That is something good to keep in mind. This guy gets staggered here, though. Bye, Heathcliff's bat. There we go. So we kill you, we'll weaken the other one. Primary focus is gonna be killing you, though. We'll, like, splatter. Splatter, then a upward slash for good luck, maybe. Yeah, and everyone else is gonna hit you. Not gonna do the most damage, per se. Backslash will be good damage, because they're weak to it. But otherwise, they're definitely getting enough instincts. I'm not, you know, playing around that the best I could be, technically. If I wanted to, I could only hit him like a single coin this turn, then he'd only get 3 instincts, then we get another turn to hit at him when he's in his non-enraged form. Splatter's all we needed. I expected as much, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And, we probably need to flash this. What do we have expected? Upheaval, that works. Whirlwind would have worked. Ugh. Speed. Well, I guess we kind of gotta... We'll let Otis take the attack, I think. If he does take it, it's Pierce, it's Lust, it's not the best person to take it. Really, you'd be the best person to take a one-sided. Who is this going for? Okay, there we go. Then that will be the person who takes a one-sided. But she resists the Lust, she's neutral to the Pierce. She doesn't have a lot of HP, but she should be able to take a blind charge if need be. Oh no, it's going for Otis. Did I misread that entirely? Oh, I did. That would do it. I just decided to target the wrong one. Nope. This one's going for Otis too. Oh! That's very strange. Is that a change? No matter what you're targeting Otis with something. No, you're targeting Otis with both things now. Okay. There's some sort of weird visual bug going on, it seems. That's a little silly. Alright, we're gonna dogpile you. Hopefully we stagger you in time. Cold Blade will inflict a lot of defense level down thanks to the Pierce. More defense level down. Heathcliff, you're kind of the person who needs to stagger right now. And this thing's resisted, so it'll still stagger it. There we go. Alright. Otis is safe. And pretty clean first floor the second attempt. I'm liking how this looks. Some of the base units are fun. Namely, base Honolulu is actually a pretty fun identity. It's basically just a diet LCR Faust. Ooh. Poison getting sealed is nothing for us, Rupture is nothing for us, Sun Shower is power. If we just use some of our mass attacks every once in a while, we're gonna be in a good spot. Now we've got 400 costs going to the shop. We could afford a theoretical... No, okay. We take Tomorrow's Fortune, we take Blue Zippo later. Definitely. Honestly, I think we take the stake over changing Honolulu's skill. This is more defense level down. And we've got a fair bit of single coin attacks. While giving Honolulu another skill 3 would be really good for us, I like the idea of this more. Do you want a skill 2? Do you? Actually, yeah, we probably do. Your skill 2 is not bad. And we take the event first and foremost. Tremor. This matters for Heathcliff, but that doesn't matter that much. Because these guys are like babies, I'm checking to make sure I choose the actual best option. It's probably you, yeah. Just need to get 1 heads. Nix the Divergence. And we take Event or Abno? Or no, not Event or Abno. Risky Encounter or Abno. Probably want to maximize cost, right? I guess this is more worthwhile overall, though. Yeah, we'll take that. This fight. Oh, I forgot to hire people. Ooh, I always forget about that. Like, half of my Mirror Dungeon 2 hard runs, I forget to hire people floor 2. That's fine. What I always forget about runs where I do that, I forget I can hire people at rest stops. So at the start of the next floor, I'm still going to be able to hire people as long as I just remember. Okay, what are we scared of? There's one attack we're not going to be able to redirect no matter what. A lot of these are doing a lot, though. Top right's the most avoidable, because it's going for Honolulu, resist blunt, and he's mostly going to be fine. Let's see if we can redirect everything else, though. Drilling, stab. Doesn't look like that's going to be great, but you can take the roll. Yeah, you are neutral to it. That'll work for me. Where's the rest of these go? You're not being attacked by anyone. You can redirect anyone, though. You can hit this guy. Okay, that's decent. You. No one's going for you. You can go for one of these guys, then. Neutral, fine by me. You take this guy, and then you smack down this guy. That'll have to work. There's a couple neutrals in there, and it's gonna happen with base units. Heads or tails the enemy gets matters a lot when our, max rolls aren't exactly the best. That's fine, only 20. This will be a lot of damage. Instant stagger, yep. Just what I was hoping. And this, I guess this way, being short one person is actually fairly good for us anyways. In, fights like this, because this means Otis gets a second skill slot. Which is probably better than having, say, Ishmael. He's not really going to do that much. Neutral, can anyone redirect that? Honolulu could redirect that. Honolulu doesn't particularly want to, though. You can take this, then. After that, backslash this thing. We need to redirect bottom left now. Does this work? Batfast is neutral. Cold Blade is neutral. We'll Batfast. Shit. No one's going for you yet, then we'll Cold Blade you. There we go. Okay, that guy's almost staggered. Another good attack next turn, and we'll stagger it. That guy's taking, no damage yet. Oh, you lose your clash. That's fine. You resist it. Backslash doing good? Yes. This'll stagger. Yeah. Okay, we've got a lot of attacks to deal with this turn, though. So, what can you clash against that guy? And you've got a Lust skill. Alright, your time to shine. Okay, neutral, 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 neutral. Like this. Yeah, that's actually not bad. That's not bad. Once again, these neutrals are really going to be an issue in later fights. We're going to rely on Ebony Stem. If we can just, like, fund stuff like that fairly decently early on, then we're going to be in a good spot. We're just going to need to do, like, our 5-target mass attack. That and Fluid Sac is also good. We don't have the best Lust on this team. Or, I mean, the best Gloom on this team. We've only got a single Gloom, that being Otis's skill 3. And we kind of need more of that if we want the Fluid Sacs, but we did get the Lighter. So we do have passive Gloom income, so that's really not an issue. And I think the next person we're going to be adding is Ishmael anyways. It's tempting to just add every default center to the team, and I think I probably will for the joke. Okay, we need someone to clash into the bottom one. Smackdown, that works. Okay, hopefully do some good damage to those. My hopes are high that we kill a couple of these guys. You resist slots, you're not dying. That's fine. You're dead. This other Lust guy is also dead to dual slow strike. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The damage? Alright. This is doable. Very doable, in fact. Doable to the point where I'm not concerned for our center safety for once. Which is, you know, a rare feeling, but it's a very appreciated one. There we go. I think I did that wrong. I think I meant to double up on someone. I think I might have only done a single attack on the bottom guy. Maybe I got it right. Maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did. I think I'm worrying too much, and it wouldn't have mattered either way. We still clashed everything. We just might have not killed everything had I done a strange set of attacks. And we didn't even need to double up, so yeah, that's fine. And we did. Yeah, we did. We had to double up to kill the bottom one. Well, it's a minor detail. I needed the Rupture of Offense level reduced, Luster and Burn inflicts burn. This could be good if we had burn stuff, but we are not going to get nearly enough because we can't get any burn count off. We could get Rupture off like battery or something, so I'll take that. Charge. We want to fail this one. You fail this. There we go. And Pierce Weak. Means it is Nico / Morel Gaming, depending on how things go. Okay, neutrals. Okay. Pierce Weak. We actually probably do want to Ebony Stem here, though. It'll ruin your flash chances. You can just defend, though, I think. Yeah, evade, that'll work. And then whirlwind that guy, so we get the bonus from copying trains. On top of the fact it's just kind of a good attack. But these guys are all weak to Pierce, so this is a very good fight for Ebony Stem. I think, does Nico have double weight? He might. I think we're only hitting 4 people because of Nico. Not as bad as Morel, or not as bad as Guido, because Guido has double weight, but he's also got 2 slots, so he takes 4 slots for mass attack. So he's the real nuisance when it comes to stuff like that, but Nico's not too bad. Same with Morel. They're not too greedy. Okay, Faust did successfully evade that. Everyone had a bunch of power up things using a mass attack there. So it was looking fairly well. And that's not great. This will be wobbly. That does look a little wobbly though. Can you evade this? Possibly. You're weak to blunt. It's a little risky, but our egos won't do a lot of damage, so I don't really feel like going for them. Yeah, dodge the first attack, but he's gonna, if he keeps on getting heads, we're not gonna be able to keep on dodging. Oh, we got tails there, actually. Well, that wasn't too much damage. Okay. And you're gonna go for Nico again with your splatter this time. That's a pretty weak attack, though, so... Fine by me. Ooh, there we go. All of Nico's allies are about to die here, so... Okay, there we go. He was negative 12, or negative 11 sanity, to be specific. So we had a pretty good chance of losing a clash. I've got I guess I've got a vaguely fun story. I was playing Pokemon Go earlier. No real reason for it, I just felt like playing it. I felt like playing it today. Or like, just cause. That's all there is to it. We'll defend against this, so these attacks go first, maybe? Not gonna be great, but you're going for weak attacks at the time. But yeah, and I just randomly found a shiny Galarian Zigzagoon, which is like a Pokemon I like a lot, because that's Obstagoon. And so, that was pretty cool. That was approximately half an hour before I started recording this, in fact. So, good mood because of that. It's always funny to find shiny things in Pokemon, because, like, it's it's something that doesn't matter, but it's still so fun. Because you just have a 1 in 4,000 chance to get a special, slightly discolored Pokemon. Like, that's cool. And I got my 1 in 4,000 chance. It probably was increased because it's Pokemon Go. I don't trust it to not, like, do weird stuff. I don't know much about it, really. Yeah, that's cool, and I think you can transfer that to the actual main games they're using Pokemon Home. So I'm probably going to do that, because I don't want the actually cool Pokemon being trapped in Pokemon Go. I mean, I probably, like, I don't know if this is like this for anyone else out there, but Pokemon Go is one I always use whenever I'm, like, I always get into the habit of when I'm about to, like, go somewhere else, Oh, Gray Coat for healing with Mass Attack. That's really good for us. Phlebotomy's cool too, but like Gray Coat's just really good for the Mass Attack kill strategy, so I'm going for that. And we can hire some people here. Okay. We're gonna add all the people we possibly want. So running base you, we can give you egos for free here, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you are coming on the team. Base Dawn's coming on the team. I've been using Base Dawn a bit recently. I mean, I guess I'm referencing a video that hasn't come out yet for you guys, because pre-recording is not fun and it ruins my mental state because I do not know what has happened, what hasn't happened yet. But just trust me when I say you're in for a banger run on a Sunday. Sunday/Monday, depending on your time zone. Just trust me. We've added those people. We probably should have healed there. We still could have healed, right? Alright, this is a very scary choice. I've lost a run to this guy before. Did I lose the run or did I win the run after? I think I probably lost the run. I don't remember what run it was either. Because if we command death, we're in a good spot. If we don't command anything, we'll get the eel gift. Not one that helps us particularly here. We do have a sinking unit, though. We'll try it. Yeah, look at this. It's an awful check. If we didn't have Otis, we'd be doomed. And then everyone would take like 40 damage and 40 SP damage, and then it would steamroll. You get rolled from there. When we close our eyes here, we get the tattoo. That's another pretty good one for us. And we go for Abnos or Risky. We kind of need cost right now. I'll go for cost. And we'll add someone to our team. We go for you. Honestly? Yeah, we'll do Dawn. I was talking about doing Ishmael, but like I don't think we've got a Gloom issue. I'll have to actually take a look at what my Gloom resource is looking like, but because we get at least one every turn, yeah, it is not an issue. Okay, Brushstroke, I'll risk that. Don't like the risk of that though. We're gonna try body sacking. Mainly just because he is weak to both Gluttony and Slash, and that is a very strong attack. I have lost people to that attack before, that's for sure. And Body Sack should be able to try and prevent that from happening. We'll lose some sanity from it. It's easy enough to get back, though, sooner or later. I thought they said that I'm gonna miss the Lob Corp stream this week, and I'm just not gonna be able to have it. Because I've been having a lot of fun in the Lob Corp streams. That's partially thanks to the people that have been hanging around. It's been great. A lot of shenanigans going on in the game itself, a lot of shenanigans going on in the chat itself. The running gag, stuff like that. Yeah, if you guys haven't been there, it's almost every Saturday at 7 PM Central Standard Time. Barring, a couple. That'll work. I say barring a couple, because, not this week. Since I'm gone for the week. But next week and stuff like that, you guys should hop in. We're getting close to the end of the game, and afterwards I'll probably move to, like, doing Runa or something. I've beaten the games before, but it's still really fun to replay, that kind of thing. Yeah. Plug out of the way. What am I doing here? I really don't want to have to use too many eagle. We were actually doing great on resources. I need to just not be stingy. We'll do this. We'll let this struggling go through because that guy's probably gonna die from the combination Yasunyata and Otis's ego. Otis's Pathos Mathos.
지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
Nice.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Then fourth match flame just to make sure Ryoshi doesn't die a horrible death to her gluttony weakness. Here we go. Oh, ping from the Project Moon server. That means a tweet from Project Moon. Is this related to the update? App Store update delay notice. Ah. So those of you are stuck playing on mobile devices, which I really am. I do feel bad for those people. I guess the game runs decently now, but like, the update's late for you. I mean, luckily it's a pretty minor update to get delayed. That's the good thing, I guess. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to see the story cutscene for like an hour. I mean, maybe because of the fact you don't know what it is, like it could be like exciting or something. Who knows? I did like the story cuts. You know, something a little small, talking about, you know, the physical manifestation of stuff on the bus. Poise, we don't gain poise with skills. We'll take the tremor. God. I really like how, I mean, all Project Moons have done this, but pretty much every mechanic in the game is, like, actually, like, story-related in some form or another. Even a lot of stuff that you wouldn't, like, think necessarily would be often are, in some form, actually, like, relevant. Stuff like in Lob Corp, like, stuff like what's going, like, the Cliff-Off counters, what does that even mean? And it's all about the Cliff-Off deterrence, like, there's always a reason. You're actually attacking. Most times I fight these guys, you just defend for the first 2 turns, and it makes it really easy because we just ignore you. Well, this isn't the Toad, at least, so, like, I'm feeling fine. Toad's annoying. This guy's pretty annoying, though. What do we have for pierced egos? You don't have anything. ADD's blunt, that's right. I was thinking you're tellable, which you don't have. You've got pierced egos. You've got your Thonga Sancho. Why is Lifetime 2 still bugged? It's been like this for, like, at least a month now, right? Lifetime 2 just takes forever to load. There's nothing else that takes this long to load, I don't think. Like, even, like... Yeah, what is going on with... Oh, Dimension Shredder took a second. I don't know if you saw that, but it kind of was black for a second. None of the others are like that. I mean, they might all be black for like a frame or two, but you know what I mean. It's very palpable when it comes to your ego. I don't think it's like it for Sinclair's Lifetimes 2. There's just some weird oversight. That's always how it is with programs. It's the funny part about programming. Funny in asterisks because a lot of it's comedy, you know, afterwards. When it's actually going on, it's not nearly as funny. But we can Sun Shower. I do like a good Sun Shower. Because this counts as a mass deck, even if it's only 2 targets. And therefore, it's giving everyone the Sun Shower ego gift buff of +2 to their rolls. Which is enough to possibly win some of these clashes. Not enough to win your clash, that's fine. You resist the blunt. I think you're weak to the Lust, though, so it's not the best thing. But Joust wins. You get haste next turn because you won your clash. You're losing your clash, that's fine. Joust the moment, you take 5 damage and a single paralysis. Which just kind of guarantees that you're not going to be clashing next turn, which is fine. But Sun Shower, it's pierced. I think they resist... Do they resist Gluttony? I think so. Oh well. They're weak to Pierce, so it doesn't matter. Everyone got their, you know, power up this turn. Everything is going fine. We're beating up the Snake Man. He took a lot of damage on both his arms. They're in, like, pretty similar spots, too, if you look at these. But now we definitely need to make sure we are very careful about a lot of these attacks. And we clash against people who, you know, can take their attacks if the clash goes horribly wrong for some reason. Neutral, like, we do the neutral on something like this, that's, like, perfectly bearable. Probably have you... I like the idea of Sun Showering again. Is corrosion bad for us? Maybe. I guess we can't choose to be targeted if we corrode it. Yeah, we'll do the awakening then. We'll get some sandy back from flashing, so it should still have a decent chance of rolling well. You're not winning a clash, that's for sure. We're doing this just to redirect it. Force of the Flames, perhaps? Perhaps? Perhaps, what is this? Or no, we should probably body sack that. Have you clashed that? You can actually get a neutral on that. Alright, that works for me. That'll be decent. We're not attacking the big snake's right arm much at all. We're doing pretty much all for the left arm. That's because this is one of those turns where we kind of are focusing more so on flashing for safety. Okay, nice. I think that only hit his one arm because it's rude like that. But that's fine. Whirlwind gets its big attack power buff because you didn't take damage any of the last turn. I hope we get more units like that, buffing for like not taking damage previous turn, because like that's also what like LCR Faust gets, and it really creates this idea that like of like an actual proper glass cannon, you know? Like they can't get hit because it'll not because they'll die instantly, but because it'll be bad for their damage at the start. And that would synergize super well with aggro enemies or aggro centers. You know? Oh, you're defending the turn. This is the turn where we ignore you. Love to see it. Not great. Not great, jeez. Alright. We're attacking you one-sidedly because, I'm scared. Like, no, not like that, like that. I don't want to clash with that, I don't think. I don't really want to clash with anything, though. That's the issue. We'll body sack you. Yeah. Yeah. 30 Sandy, this really wasn't the best thing to use, I don't think. That's fine. We're doing okay, I say. And we just need to stagger you with a couple more attacks. Which, it will be done. Yes, okay. We're fine. This guy's other arm's gonna be unstaggered next turn, because we didn't have anyone go for it, because I just really want to take down left arm. But that's fine. Right arm, we can... It's got 18 HP, alright. We're gonna hit you with just a bunch of weak attacks, I think. And that'll be fine. And then we, like... Full blade. Downward cleave you. Downward cleave, that's a neutral for Honglu. That's fine. This guy's right arm breaks, and we're using all of our weak attacks, so we'll have our strong attacks ready for next turn, where we're really gonna have to try and just gun down the big snake. Okay, that's fine. You don't have your skill 3 next turn. I never would have let Honglu take damage if he had his skill 3 next turn. His skill 2 technically does also get a benefit, but like not major enough for me to care. Okay, you're going for a swipe on Honglu. I think we just ignore that, though. I think this is going to be a classic case of the just go all out on this guy. I hate dealing with you, and you should die. Lars? Like this. And we just pray. He's got a bunch of fragility. All of our pierce attacks are gonna, you know, inflict a little bit of defense level down on you. Could matter. Our single point attacks also inflict a little bit of defense level down. You know, it'll stack. It's all gonna be down to, like, Dawn to do a lot of damage with your For Justice, which should be a decent bit of damage. It's not gonna be enough to kill, though. That's unfortunate. Your self-damage will matter a little bit, though. That's not good. He's gonna kill himself, but he's getting a few attacks off first. I think he dies next attack he uses. There we go. His self-damage really mattered there. Okay, we took a lot of damage. Honglu's got 14 paralysis this turn. Which isn't the best for him. Don't get me wrong. But like, I think we're still fine. Small guy you can actually really safely just go all out one-sided attacks and he dies instantly because you do 50 damage to him and he just gets staggered in second phase. Yeah, there's the part broken. Now 2 speed. We all outspeed. You got staggered because of your poison. Unfortunate. We're probably gonna fluid sack next floor. Not doing it now though. Because I could do it now, but there's no need to, because we're just gonna stagger this guy with our attacks. Especially when we've got stuff like that's inflicting pierce, gluttony, single coins. Because all those inflict 2 defense level down with each hit. Thanks to the combination of the actual sticky muck and the
엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할
rusted
만한
nail.
걸.
Those are the ones. Okay. And we finish you off.
해보기는 할게요.
Be solid?
안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요. 좋은 전략입니다.
Oh, another App Store delay notice? Is it different? Really apologize for you on App Day. Issue with Apple's services. Oh, it's only Apple. It's not even just any. It's not like all app stores. It says I got. Oh no, they edited their message. Why did they edit it? I've got no idea. Oh well. I feel bad for you guys, but that's just kind of how it is. We're taking today's expression. We've got Sloth, we've got Blunt. Should be good. And we get our shop. Yes. Honglu skill again, a good choice. I think we gotta take Homeward. We take Homeward and then we do nothing else here? Is that really the best play? I think so. We're gonna take a lot of damage into these fights. We need to be at max. And then Honglu shouldn't need any skill changes. We'll save up. Still have 2 more shops after all. Ooh. We'll take a risky Blunt encounter. It'll be risky and a Blunt encounter, but I believe in us. I believe in our power. You know?
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는
You know, our
맛있는 거
power, our
사줄게.
power.
물론 회사 카드로.
Okay, do we do this? You're weak to Blunt. I'd really like to fluid sack these guys, but I'd really like to use an ego before, you know, all these attacks go through. Oh well, we'll have you guys evade defend. They're pretty weak attacks, so like it should be fine. And we'll get our fluid sack off, which will heal everyone's HP a little bit. Oh, Upheaval loses. No, it doesn't. Never mind that then.
완벽한 한 방. 시원한 걸.
Okay. Looks like a successful evasion gaming
그거 그렇게
from
하는 거 맞아?
Otis.
거의 손방망이인데.
Honglu loses his clash, which means next turn he's going to be weakened. That's fine. Tails. That's also fine. These guys are still very frail little creatures.
야호, 이기는 편, 우리 편.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Okay. What are we feeling?
저희가 이길 것 같아요.
Taking a minute to think. Well, it's something I'm thinking about something completely unrelated, but I'm just taking a minute to think. Okay, that's fine. Whoops, didn't mean to click on you. Favored? Yeah, that should be fine.
해보기는 할게요.
Thanks to Fluid Sack,
안
your
되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Isabel's already max HP thanks to Fluid Sack and a bunch of things dying from XSP. Well, that's good. We've taken some damage on some of our sinners, but thanks to the combination of our Starlight rewards and Homeward, no one cares. We will be healed in time. No need. We'll get some, like, take minor amounts of damage from that, which we don't want. It's such a petty reason to always say no to that guy, but I know it's not worth it. Because, like, we've got no burn, we're not going to have any burn. It's being a little pessimistic, sure, but the issue is there's no gift that gives people insane amounts of burn. Burn's very reliant on your identities. If you don't have burn identities, you can't get a burn build going. Most of the other stat effects, you can theoretically get a build going using, like, say, ego gifts. But, like, even the burn tier 4 doesn't give any burn. It's just burn deluge. Which is only so helpful. If you defend. That's your purpose after all. You just kind of tank hits. And Force for the Flames should be pretty good. I guess this is our burn infliction. Doesn't have any burn count. The only burn count we can get with base Sinners, I think, would be Sinclair, strangely enough. Because I'm pretty sure the only ego that inflicts burn count is... one of the random burn egos might inflict it. The one that comes to mind, though, is his stew. That makes it... He just inflicts one burn count with, like, all attacks or something, or with all tail coins, I think? Or is that just burn potency? I might be mixing things up, I don't know. I never use the stews. What does your stew do? Like, it's the lust one, I don't need to check. Oh, it inflicts burn count, though, actually. Oh, that's good to know. I think it's because I have it at tier 4, for some awful reason. Maybe it's like that at lower tiers, though. I wouldn't know. It's one of the ones I kind of uptitled very early on, for some reason. It was for the joke, don't get me wrong, but I do highly regret it, because there's so many other cool egos uptied, and I uptied Dawn's too. That's a hopeless. What if we get a Lust or Sloth Resonance? Actually, I'm going for this either way. You can't stop me, because if we get a Sloth Resonance, we trigger Sun Shower. Profit. +2 to all rolls. We win our bad chance of winning flashes thanks to this. We do not care about your probabilities. Yeah, we actually won that thanks to Sun Shower. Otherwise, we would have lost it a long time ago. Jeez. That's the only reason we were tying was because of the +2. Otherwise, we would have been, under-rolling. And we would have had, no chance of winning that. So my stupid strategy, that I didn't even bother, calculating to see if it was a good strategy, it worked. You love to see a plan going right. Take the event. Wow. Minor amounts of burn. You've taken a lot of damage, and that's fine. That's dog. Okay, this is the big dog, though. You kind of gotta be careful of the big dog. Because unlike the small dog, small alleyway watchdog, you can't just stagger the body and just kill him turn 2 easy. You got a Clash here, which is unfortunate because all of his, rolls are 50-50s, basically. Okay, we're definitely going to use some egos here. Let's see what we can do that doesn't require egos, though. Like a Piercing Thrust, that's good. Dual Strike is decent. We'll do it against one of the blunt ones, since you can take those relatively well. You can't clash anything. Upheaval? That's a neutral, we'll take that. Upward Slash? That's a hopeless, we're not taking that. Okay, what do we have for setup then? We've got 2 things we need to redirect. Pretty much guaranteed. Snack Harpoon should be pretty good. Yeah. We can try a Force for the Flames. Yeah, we're... okay. That's the plan then. Inflict all 3 offense level down next turn with Upward Slash. That matters, it's basically 1 attack power down. Ooh. Okay, please get a Tails. There we go. That's good.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Our Pierce attacks are good, of course. Our single coin attacks are good, of course. They're stacking up the defense level downs, but we don't have any big heavy hitters this turn. We've got some decent things, don't get me wrong. But none of the really big heavy hitters you want to use. I should probably just get into the habit of using Sun Shower and Otis, even if it's not, necessary, just because it's a pretty cheap mass attack that wins flashes. And because the mass attack triggers the Sun Shower Ego Gift, of course. I'm never going to say AoE attacks, I'll have you know. It's such a lame term compared to mass attacks. Is there an actual, reason for that beyond, just sticking with what I'm used to? Probably not. That's all I've got. Okay, some questionable neutrals. Galloping Tilt, another questionable neutral. Don't really like neutrals that are single coins. Because then it's true neutral. Just 50-50s. Whirlwind should be possibly working. Flatter, that's a struggling. We're gonna one-sided that then, definitely. Yeah, you're also not doing well. Okay, we're redirecting those 2. Neutral and neutral. Okay. Do we roll with this? No. We Sun Shower. Like I said, this will give us +2 power, which isn't gonna matter. Because these clashers are all either he gets tails and we win, or he gets heads and we lose. That's all there is to all of them. That's why they're 50-50s. It's like a 10 to 20. Of course, we're gonna roll with average skills. You roll in the middle pretty much every time with a range like that. Those that aren't average, you can do better, but unfortunately, our skills are all average to below average. Oh, Whirlwind? Whirlwind's the GOAT, though. Whirlwind never fails. And, like, we actually are getting some usage out of Tremor here, as strange as that is. We're stacking it up thanks to the Oscillating Bracelet. We're bursting it with our attacks. I think that's the one we're gonna Sun Shower this time. We cannot Sun Shower this time. Alright. Well, we're just gonna Sun Shower one of these randomly then. That should work instead. Full Strike. You. Field Bash. I mean, you're pretty weak to that. You can snack up in the actual mass attack, I think. That's probably safe. No, that's a neutral. But you can Ardor Blossom Star it then. That'll definitely work. Ardor Blossom Star is super good. A neutral there. Struggling there. We'll redirect that. Like that. There we go. A lot of neutrals once again. Dual Strike is actually losing this time. That's unfortunate. He's landing some hits, he's building up his lightning, he's using his mass attack. There's some sort of correlation there, I just don't know what it is. Man, that's 200 damage, because Ardor Blossom Star is super good. Really, it's one of those egos that it's like super good, but it's never like anyone's go-to for like their super good ego, I feel. I feel like you always hear Fluid Sac or Pursuance, because those ones are more like support-oriented. Well, something like Ardor Blossom Star, that's just damage, and it's really good damage, don't get me wrong. You know, the best defense is a good offense, so... Okay. Okay, we got a lot of hits off though, and we stagger the body, so we're gonna go all in on the body this turn. And we're gonna mass attack the Owl. We can actually Sun Shower this time though. That's for the damage up on everyone. We break the body, not that it does anything, I don't think, but it's staggered, so we're doing more damage to it. Pretty good. Do we have anything set-up-y we want to use? I'm trying to think, what do you have? You don't have anything good for, like, setup, do you? No. You don't really... Rose Desire is actually not a bad choice here, I think. Some defense level down actually will matter. It's Pierce, so it'll inflict a little bit more. Single coins, so it'll inflict a little bit more. Pierce single coins are kind of what we want to focus on with some of our earlier people. Like, we could also go for, like, a Hex Nail if we want to do some more Pierce fragility. And, like, Brush Strokes is decent, Shield Bash is decent. We don't want a Bat Bash, though. We want something a little stronger here. So Yasa and Yada might be what I choose. It probably... Well, let me look at the actual, like, offensive multipliers for your things. That's a +2. That's a +3. That's a +6. Okay. Interesting. This is a mass attack, though. No contest. Okay. We're gonna stack some weakness on you, and we will hopefully abuse it well enough. I do understand the fact that Hex Nail was kind of unnecessary because of the fact that it's, we're not going to get the most usage of the Pierce fragility inflicted, but it's still a Pierce attack, it's still a single point attack, it's inflicting 4 defense level down then, thanks to the 2 eagle gifts we have that are relevant to that. And this will inflict 4 defense level down alongside of an additional 4 defense level down. You're already at 18 defense level down, this will inflict 4 more, so you'll be at 22 defense level down. And we're really just making the most of what we have. Will we do enough damage to kill him here? I don't think so. How much HP is he at? 900, yeah. Oh. What a silly joke. We're not killing this guy this turn. But we might be able to do decent damage. I really should have Ardor Blossom Start. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I was like, oh yes, Shield Bash. What a perfect attack to use right now. It's a 4 target. It actually might hit a fair bit of targets. Yeah, it's hitting... I couldn't tell if that was 3 or 4 targets being hit. It's probably 3. 1, 2, 3... I don't think he was hitting the head. Either it wasn't hitting the head or it wasn't hitting the body, I can't tell. But I definitely hit the head, that got staggered. Or it was either not hitting the head or wasn't hitting the person. I just say I called the person a body because people do have bodies, historically speaking. And we can actually just break the head here if we want. We'll go for a couple attacks on it. Okay, you can take that. You can take that. You can take that. We are gonna pull blade, bat bash, paint the head. We'll like upward slash the person or something. We're just doing some damage. We're breaking the head this turn. That's really all we're getting at, personally. Like, the rest of it's just minor damage. The body isn't really that great to attack anymore, because we're not staggering it again. I think head, after we break it, I think we can still attack it, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's the person in the teleport that actually like, fully break. Yeah, it seems like it. That's fine. I'll take some damage. Some damage to the person, too. Body's doing a lot this turn again, unfortunate. Oh, the head recovers. Oh, right, that makes sense, actually. You get a debuff, though, for breaking the head? No, it just meant that he, didn't mass attack. Got a lot of tremor. Got a lot of tremor the head does. The body does, really. Okay, we could try tremor bursting. I'd really like to just go, like, all in on, like, the head or something, though. Try and see if we can stagger that, do a bunch of damage to it. Something like that. But we also probably need to focus on punishing stuff. We're actually doing insane on resources thanks to getting some decent stuff early on. But, honestly, let's do it. Let's live a little. Fine, we're definitely Art Blossom starring this time. I understand my mistakes of the past. It's the wrong part. We're going for the head. We're taking down the head. Rita Wrath Pride. Okay, that's our priorities then. X-Nail. Just for stacking the stuff up, Paint will do it a fair bit, actually. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Then we're gonna go for a Sun Shower. And we are gonna go for a Body Sack. That should be pretty good. Make sure everyone's targeting the right part. Yep, we are. Alright. We're just gonna try killing him. He's got 300 HP. We can just go for a bunch of strong attacks and that deal with it. I don't want to have to clash against the body because it's just gonna be 5 50-50s. It's like not really that worth dealing with when we can just kind of hopefully gun him down with, our, not with guns, but with, melee attacks. And inflicting a stupid amount of defense level down with our strategy. This Pierce and Envy fragility actually is going to matter now, because he's got a Pierce Ego and an Envy Ego coming later. Down the line, although those are the 4 speed people, so depending on how things go, he might get his attacks off before those 2 move, so I'd really like it if it was a little sooner. Ardor Blossom Star kills, though. Yeah, there's absolutely no way this does less than 200 damage. This Ego is insane. Especially because it's hitting 2 body parts. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So we didn't need all those egos, but pretty good fight, all things considered, given how we didn't have, like, the most tools to our disposal beyond, ego spam. Oh, I think I would take Nebulizer here. I do like some poise. Don't get me wrong, little to be naughty plushie is good if we actually should take this. I kind of just remember we've got the Grimy Iron Stake, and we're kind of using that a lot for the defense level, so a little bit of bleed synergy works wonders. We take the coin here, I think, definitely. This is nothing. We'll give Otis another skill. Their skill 1's pretty good, though, actually. And you're gonna be egoing anyways. Yeah, we'll wait for the last shop. We still have 1 more shop, after all, at the end of this floor. We'll take Slash Week. That's always the choice, I think. Based on my personal experience. Okay, what do we do? What's the plan here? This is only Mass Tech we actually added up threads in 4, right? Right. Okay. Okay, I've got an idea. No. Yes. You could hear the demons inside me fighting over whether or not we should just mass attack these losers. Could we evade with all these? This will go first. Everything should die. Adds, not great. Not great. It's going twice. Oh, it's going twice. Oh no. There's a chance that we get hit here.
그거 그렇게 하는 거 맞아?
We didn't.
거의 손방망이인데.
Oh, that's good. Negative 15. I think we had like a 25-50% chance to actually hit our allies here. But this is fine. Instead, we're doing a lot of damage. We have got tails with this one. And yeah, that's what I was looking for. I kind of forgot about the commemorative coin until after I attacked. Which, you know, not a great time to remember the commemorative coin. Ideally, you'd think about it, you know, beforehand. Maybe you'd go for like a single coin attack first. To prevent anyone from taking too much damage and dying. But, it worked out. So, no, it's perfect strategy on my part, I'm fairly certain. Could have been a really easy, good way to throw a very well-working run. That's the beauty of Limbus, though. The fact that it's just so easy to throw, and, like, you could throw any time you wanted to. Like, if I wanted to, I could just only bring in Hong Lu and just let him die. And it's really tempting. For reasons that are definitely questionable. It would work, all things considering.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
We also haven't been recruiting the sinners, so we can only get 11 sinners max. I'm gonna get everyone but Mercel, I think. Final shot. These guys are just weak to it. I'm not gonna corrode it though. I'm going for the normal one because that's safer. You can actually pass with Mathos, I think, pretty safely. And that's Faust, so if Faust dies, I don't really care. She served her purpose being to ego in the first fight. Yeah, we didn't even use that. We used Yasin Yada from Heathcliff instead. Faust has served no purpose beyond, you know, getting some good, like, defense level downs off. Which I guess is a pretty good purpose, you know. I shouldn't be insulting her so much. These guys are weak to Pierce, though, so, a little bit of damage. Do we corrode, though? That's the question of the day. Question of the day? I haven't done the question of the day yet. Question of the day, do we corrode? Answer in the next 5 seconds, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We don't corrode. Hopefully you got that right. Thank you for the answer my question of the day. Am I really wrong with that? Yeah. Hopefully you got it right. If you got it wrong, too bad. Oh, Hong Lu wins this clash. Okay, we kill you. I'm just mentally marking the point in which this happened, because I always add the question of the day thing in, you know, like in post. And usually I just kind of skim through the first, like, few minutes to find wherever I said it. But this time is an hour and 12 minutes in. So skimming would take a little bit longer. I don't edit these, because would be more of a time sink than it already is. But if we get 3 options after this one, either way it's a blunt fight, so this could be a good time for a corroded Ardor Blossom Star.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Yeah, it's a decent time for corroded Ardor Blossom Star. I've seen worse times for corroded Ardor Blossom Star, though. You know. I'm down for that. It's gonna go twice. Getting about the coin, I need to consider the coin. You're at max sanity. You're not gonna kill all of our allies, though. Why did you get 2 tails at like 37 sanity and then you proceed to get a heads at whatever you're standing at now? Kind of cruel. Well, it's good damage. You heal back the damage you take from, you know, using the ego. And you don't corrode. Not easy. I hate the fact that I hear like a question posed in Korean, and I can't. I just have to hear that the one scene from Ruina, of like the post-battle of the sweepers, where they were Roland's mimicking like the sweepers' voices. Because like the whole thing about like how or not the sweepers, the carnival, you know what I mean? The carnival's voices. Like the whole thing is the carnival speaks in these like weird questions, stating emotions, questions, stating emotion. So because it's all about, you know, stating questions, someone states a question in a different situation, like Ishmael there, and I just can't help but hear Roland Especially the one of like the Roland like pitched it up, and it's like a small little
훌륭한
chibi
작전 덕분에
Roland
승리하실
drawing.
뿐입니다.
That's a nice event. Okay, we get our final shot. And you know, there it is. Glimpse of Flames. Wow. This is worthless. Sinclair. That's also worthless. Okay, we add base U. We add base U. We add base U. If we get wiped, we have a second team. We're not changing Sinclair's skills. And this is kind of awful for us. We take Lithograph. We take Voracious Hammer. We give Sinclair another skill too. Because we might as well. We don't need healing. Blood and Gloom. That's either Centipede or the Bull, right? It can be either, I think. Well, this team works pretty well. I'm actually going to remove you from the team, though, so Otis gets to go
흥미로운
twice.
일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요.
Really learned just how powerful that is. Just making it so, like, the star of the episode gets a second slot. Bull it is. It's such a big difference. If we had a Rodion right now, we could kill this thing easily by just spamming the Ego. You know the one. Oh, they're all going for... Oh, we could just let Faust... Oh, I like that idea a lot, actually. Like, we're just gonna all target the exact same slot with all of our, like, blunt attacks and stuff like that attack. Use a Sun Shower too for the mass attack potential. It's only targeting one thing. It still counts the mass attack with Sun Shower, though, surely. Surely. For Justice. Do, like, a body sack. And we let Faust get hit by all 4 attacks. Faust's neutral to all of them, but she probably dies anyways. We could let her win 1. That's true. We could let her win 1, because that's actually not bad for us, because then she, inflicts Fear's Envy, Fragility. That's good, yeah. We'll roll with it. Once again, the play here is funny bull kills. Because the bull's annoying to fight, like, actually, because it is just ego spam, whether you try and kill him immediately, or if you try to clash against him, because his rolls are all, like, 30s. Evolution again, Tails this time, that's fine. He still heals up the full sanity after using this, and it's still decent damage. It's some sinking, it's not a lot of sinking, and it doesn't do sinking count, so it doesn't really stack. So that's fine. This guy will die slowly but surely. Okay. Future turns, first turn is kind of like the worst turn. Turns onwards from this, he uses like the sloth attacks that are relatively easy to deal with. Thanks to being, lower rolls. And then it's a little easier to just only focus on, certain parts, because those attacks you can kind of let go pretty easily. I pretty much never let him show his head, because, like, it's easier to speed him up, and we're doing, like, no damage to him, so maybe I should actually deal with the head for once. Because we kind of do have a bunch of babies in this build. We're using, base these 22 defense level down to the Lob. If we don't have, like, a strong skill 3 to make use of it, none of us do, it takes away a lot of the power. Okay, now the attacks go through, though. The Faust might die, might live, depending. It's all down to the final attack, though, the charge in. I think she lives this, actually. That's not bad. Didn't even get staggered. Oh no, she did get staggered. She got staggered with a burn, I think? You're trying to kill her. Okay. Well, we're gonna bother with your gimmick this time. I apologize for saying that I never want to bother with your gimmick ever, and I want you dead. I think I said that roughly. That's what I meant if I didn't say it directly after all. Hate to break it to him, but that's how it is. We're going for our blunt gloom attacks, though. You better believe it. So we do this here, we do this here. The mass attack part matters not. Kind of want to clash, though, right? For, your thing. Yeah, Sun Shower that. Piercing Thrust. Which one are you clashing against? That one? Okay, yeah, we're not letting you clash against that one. We can try a Sangre de Sancho. Historically, Sangre de Sancho is great at winning clashes. Caught a lost resource. Did we get this passive? We shouldn't. We can Depathos Mathos that, yeah. We can't actually, that's a loss. Okay, we can try Ebony stemming that then. That's also bad for us. What do we do here? Fourth match flame, perhaps? Yeah, that works actually. There we go. That's our 4 egos we're using this turn. This is just a 4 ego every turn kind of fight. And our biggest benefits are our 3, blunt gloom egos we have. AEDD for Ryu. We've got Honglu's Land of Illusion. And also, once, Faust recovers from her condition, her condition, being staggered and on the brink of death. she can also start using her fluid for even more. Unfortunately, because this guy only has a single body part, mass attacks do nothing and are just a single attack. Like, that's fine, honestly. It's unfortunate, don't get me wrong, but like, it matters very little. If we do, once he does show his head, then he's got 2 body parts we can go for. Then mass attacks will do something, which will be cool. It's not the biggest deal. But I feel like it's been forever since I've used this ego. Maybe I just don't use Ryoshu a lot, because Ryoshu really needs more, like, interesting identities. Because her issue is, like, she focuses far too much on damage to fit on, like, fun teams too much. So even stuff like War of Ryoshu is super fun. It's just full things, though. Not a lot you can, like, do with that, usually. 7 Ryoshu is probably my most used Ryoshu at this point, which is ironic given how it's not, like, anything that special. If they're only 2, it's only got a single 2.
방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지.
I don't know.
해보지. 방금
Hopefully Ryoshu's gonna get something sooner or later. For his identities, though, because she's definitely got a bit of a problem right now. One that can definitely be, like, dealt with. That's the thing. And these are the 4 we're gonna clash with most likely. Assuming they go well. Yeah, that works. Favored, that's probably fine. Neutral, that's probably fine. Struggling, that's probably fine. And I'm saying this all because it's not fine. And I'm a little worried by that, but that's fine. Who's actually being hit by these? Do we let them go through? Hong Lu, you can get hit a little bit. You're fine. This is the part where I just resort to one-sided attacks again. You go for this one, you go for this one. We're just going for a bunch of one-sided attacks here once again. So we're going to redirect with you, we're going to redirect with you. We'll corrode this, actually. Oh, we corrode we can't choose. Never mind, we're not corroding that then. It would have been, you know, a decent choice, but that's unnecessary. This'll work. We're taking some one-sided attacks. But this guy's going to be all sorrowful and stuff, and he's going to show his face proper, if we can beat that up a bit, and then we should be good. You know, if we didn't have as many resources that we did this run, if we hadn't had, you know, an early caulking creams, an early lighter, we would have been so doomed here. Like, so insanely doomed. Like, I can't even put into perspective just how doomed we would have been. That's how doomed we would have been. Because there's no chance we're winning, like, any of these. Otis has a bunch of poise now. She doesn't need to win some clashes to get the poise potency up to actually have decent chances, but now she can get, you know, 27 crits. And, you know, I don't think this fight's gonna take that long. I hope not, at least. Get some of our good one-sided attacks off. And then Faust's gonna, you know, do a bunch of SP healing. Maybe we should have Heathcliff try going for a Yakinata for some more SP healing if we go a little too heavy into the egos. Definitely not a bad idea. Oh yeah, oh! Because of your, it hurts passive, you're doing more damage to this guy because he's got status effect. Or because you've got burn. Right, it's based on the user status effect, right? Yeah, I think so. Pin down, that's fine. Hong Lu takes a little hit. You're paralyzed though, so we don't care. You're getting tails, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, the head's going for stuff now. Wavering emotions, what does this do? Randomly gain attack time, presses, or bind with effects count. I think I've never even looked at that status effect before. That's how little I bother with this part of the gimmick. You're weak to like the same things roughly. You're weak to Pierce actually, huh? I don't really care. You're still dying. You've not changed this. And we're just gonna one-sided you a bunch. Nothing can change this. You are not getting spared. We are going to keep on just doing the stupid attacks on you, and you're going to like it, or you're going to not like it, and I do not care. Which of the two is the truth? One truth and one lie. Struggling, are we fine? Are we fine with this clashing? Yeah. We're just attacking. All of our mass attacks are hitting both parts, which means they're effectively doing double damage now, although only one of the parts is weak to blunt. They're both weak to gloom, though. Neither one's, you know, the other one of them's neutral blunt, the other one's weak to blunt, so that's fine. Yeah, it seems fine enough. Yeah. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
좋아. 방금은 전략의 승리야. 계속 밀어붙이자.
Yeah, head's close to being staggered. We're still gonna have to clash here. We still win the clash though. We gain some sanity and then we spend some more sanity.
관심 필요 없다.
And then this should be enough to stagger since it's weak to pierce. Oh, and we also got the crit. That's good.
좋아. 보입하게 성공했어. 계속
And because we got the crit, we burst Tremor,
여행은
which is actually good because there was a lot of Tremor on this guy right now. And I think that means it inflicts sinking when it bursts Tremor for some reason. Something like that, I think. Well, another stagger. Physical resistances don't matter, so as long as we're going for gloom attacks, which we certainly are, if we're going for gloom mass attacks, we're doing a lot of damage now. We're explaining the weakness of both of them. Oh, he's trying to scream, but he can't. Look at him, he's got no person in his mouth. How can you scream without a person, like, actively, like, inside of your giant bull costume? Does Fluid Sector 200 damage? Might? It does. There we go. Barely enough damage to kill, I think. And that's you kill the bull in 4 turns with only default sinners and using, a couple of egos. They're really bad for people who, started the game relatively recently and, don't have every single ego because, like, it's super convenient and it really impacts the gameplay a lot. Definitely doable without, but it changes so much. We get our 750 lunacy, that'll be great for Walpurgis Night. I need as much lunacy as I can get, because I'm not accepting no for any of those identities next week. And there's a week away, that'll be cool. That'll be some cool stuff there. Regret. There we go, past level 858. I haven't done my excavations yet for today, I'm gonna have to do those after this. But,
구태여 좋냐 안 좋냐를
that'll be
따지자면
cool.
밤보다는
Yeah, we can at least claim, the rest of this stuff.
보이지 않을수록
That'll be another level
이해가
worth.
어렵기
And we got our
때문입니다.
72 boxes. Look at that. The number's going up so much. Yeah, these guys are suffering. People in the App Store. We hope for the best. Well, oh yeah, this happens. Right. I forgot. Only 3 banners now, that's for the best. I want to save my paid lunacy too, just because I don't want to spend too much paid lunacy. Not that it matters, like, too much, but, I'd rather minimize the amount of real money I have to spend on the game because, I do not have a gambling addiction. And therefore, I would much rather spend money on meaningful things, like, I don't know anything meaningful I bought recently, even something joke meaningful for the joke, but that's fine. Alright, a 2-star, some 3-stars, that's nice. How are we doing on free lunacy? Almost 5,000 free lunacy. That's good. That's very good, on top of the fact that we've got this ticket, we've got this ticket. We're not using this ticket for this because Walpurgis Night stuff doesn't count to Season 2. We'll use this, in the theoretical situation that, one of these is going to be replaced by Don Grang, which will happen. But that'll be all for this time. That was a successful run. Sooner or later, I was going to do Mirror Dungeon 2 hard with only default identities. I knew it was possible. I wasn't expecting it to go that well, though. But, that's the power of egos in the end. Next time, I gotta do only default identities, no egos, no ego gifts. That's true suffering. I didn't even see people level up, too. I completely forgot about that part, too. I think I noticed that midway through when I was checking the offense level to keep with the egos, but I didn't remark on it. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!